Lay low, 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 yeah. Lay low, lay low, lay low, lay low, lay low, lay low, lay low. Stay high, but I lay low. Brainstorm, make a rainbow. See my brother playing Halo. You would think I had a game code. Universe never say no. Pain come, then the pain go. Me and you ain't on the same globe. Mother Nature is a chain dough. Turn a king to a Django. Skin bronze with the Shango. I knew everything that they don't. Taught them everything that they know. Left hand like a Thanos. On a trip, but I stay close. I ain't even in my play clothes. If my spirit could be monetized, I would have enough to give a bank loans. If I jump up off a 44-story building, I wouldn't even break bones. I could take it all apart and put it all back together like Legos. Go faster than an egg roll. Deep toast and I face slow.
Put in the work, put in the work. King in my county, look at my shirt. Look at my shirt. Look at it. Cooking the dirt, we cooking the turf. We put around the earth. Plenty of zones, we're Brooklyn the first. Brooklyn the first. Party getting hers, Parky the burst. Parky the burst. We look up reserves, we look up your skirts. Look up your skirts. Odorless media, look up research. Look up research. You shook up the earth, shook up the earth. Shook up the earth, you shook up the earth. Lay low, lay low, lay low, lay low. Hey ho, hey ho, hey ho. They know, they know, they know, they know, they know. Better get made go higher than Waco. Choppers and Dracos, dropping the halo. Not for my lances, bigger than Manses. Pay for some answers, pay with the Panthers. Magical city, stay with the dancers. Stay with the dancers, stay with some answers. Stay with some answers, stay with the cancers. Know the ledge media, stay with the answers. Stay with the dancers. Crypto advances, triple your chances, hip with the canvas. Crystals is dancing, shifting the planet, lifting the granite. Spin around waves like Peter the Spider. Spin around worlds like hip with the lighter. The sweeter the cider, skeet up beside her. Slicker the lighter, the gift is inside her. Watching the throne, sit right beside her. We sit right beside her. Apple the bottom, sipping the cider. We sipping the cider. My chick is a rider. I'm driving to the south, she hip with the lighter. Drive to the south, she hip with the lighter. The gift is inside her. The gift is inside her. Drive to the south, she hip with the lighter. She hip with the lighter. Lay low, 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 lay low.
All right. There you have it, family. Lay Low off of the Red Summer CD, available to you and yours at the redsummermerch.com. Go over to the redsummermerch.com and get your physical copy. Or if you want to, you could just go ahead to any of your streaming platforms and stream the album for free 99. Put the Red Summer in your streaming platform and enjoy the project, the latest project from Brother Red Pill featuring Cam Bada, featuring Blue Pillar, featuring Lizzie Jeff, featuring America Sutton, featuring my brother Rain 910, and a whole bunch of other talented artists. Yeah, look forward to that Red Summer. The videos finna be dropping this summer, so pay attention, please. All right. So before we get this thing started, let's pay some bills. For all of the family that came through last night, I want to say that I am humbled. I am supremely humbled by the students that showed up to support the workshop that we were given. The evolution will be digitized. It was supposed to be from 9 p.m. to midnight. I really didn't want to put a time on it, but we went for 6 hours. That's how much information. It was a full data dump. You know what I'm talking about? I'm very excited because to get the information out, it's almost like it's like an orgasm, you know, truth be told. It's like letting it off, you know what I'm talking about? You know, it's really satisfying when you put in all of that work, you do all of that deep diving and that research, and then you do a class and it rolls, you know, it comes out the way that it's supposed to, you know what I mean? It rolls out smoothly and the people are satisfied. So everybody that was in the building, we're going to do a few clips. We're going to show a few clips tonight. It is still available for video on demand. If you missed it, you know, don't beat yourself up. We will have it available for video on demand. You dig? So for anybody that wants to view it, I will put the Cash App up there. You'll have to send me a Cash App of $44 in your email. You know what I'm talking about? We should raise it. You know, we should make this shit $100. But I'm not gonna be a price gouge. I'm not gonna price gauge and whatnot. I'm not that type of dude. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be very fair. So that's available. The evolution will be digitized. And I tell you, we went in. If you was in the class last night, put some fire emojis in the chat room. You know what I'm talking about? Let these niggas feel that heat. You know what I'm talking about? We about pressure. Yeah, put that pressure out there. You know what I'm talking about? So this weekend, well, let's keep it in order. On Saturday, April is starting out to a very strong start. I promised the family that for this winter time, I was gonna fall back and let niggas do what they got to do in this area, in these fields, and just relax, sit on the sidelines, and let other people eat and do what they need to do because it could be a crowded space. I was in hibernation. You know what I'm talking about? I fell back. You know what I mean? I've been raising my babies. You know what I'm talking about? Minding my business. You know what I mean? Eating my vegetables and drinking my water. And now it's time to pop out. So we're gonna start this rollout in April. You know what I'm talking about? And it already started. You know what I'm talking about? It started last night. So the next event that we'll be doing, the Twin Pillars are coming together, and we're gonna be running up in Newark, New Jersey, to do the damn thing, and that's on Saturday. And the time of that event is from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. If you don't got the money, my nigga, don't worry, because it's free. You know what I'm talking about? Free 99. Come and represent. Come and pull up. Come and show up. Come and show love. Come and chop it up. It's going to be multiple vendors in the building. My dude, Divine, who is a master jeweler, he is opening up a spot, a marketplace. It's called Aquafit Water Bar, 547 Central Avenue, Newark, New Jersey. I don't care where it doesn't matter where you live. You know what I mean? Pull up. It doesn't, we don't do restrictions. People from all kind of states always pull up. So I'm not going to put no restrictions. You could be from El Segundo, get your wallet and come to the Aquafit bar. That's on Saturday. And then immediately after that, I hop on a G5 and I go right to Chicago. April 4th and the 5th, I'll be there. But it starts on the 3rd. My brother MANSA Isa Muhammad, aka Cheyenne the Liberator, brother Red Pill, and my brother Chicago Crypto. He's going to be the host. He'll be bringing us out there. 44 residents, Moorish Time Continuum. It lands on Easter. It lands on his birthday. Brother Chicago Crypto. It's his solar return. He's a 4/4 resonator. You feel me? And I'm going to be doing a full Moorish consortium. I'm going to be going in from I wrote a book in 2012. It's an ebook. It's 666 pages about the Moors and antiquity, going all the way back from the Punic Wars all the way up to where we at right now. And it's gonna be a 2-day demonstration that I'll be doing. I'm starting on Sunday and I'm gonna wrap it up on Monday. You know what I mean? I'm gonna cook Easter and give them the real story about who the Moors are, who they aren't. Not just the Moors, who these niggas are, who black people are, who African Americans, who the West Africans are. If you in a nation of Islam, if you practice any type of I self-law master, you need to be in the building. Don't play games and don't be all, with all of that fake ass set tripping about, oh, nah, I don't listen to that. Or no, nigga, I'm giving you the full history about who we are as a people. Let's be clear. And I'm not beating on my chest, nigga. I'm not King Kong. I'm blowing fire like Godzilla right now. So pull up. Don't be scared. Come to Chicago. You know what I'm talking about? Pull up to Chicago. This is gonna be it's gonna be in a neutral place. Nothing to be afraid of, nothing to be worried about. We're not gonna have it on O Block. You know what I mean? We're gonna spare the family from the drill. You know what I mean? And we're gonna be in a neutral area in Chicago. We'll be on Kanye West's block, my nigga. You know what I'm talking about? We're gonna be on Lupe's block, and we're gonna be doing the knowledge. So come and show support. If you want to be there for 3 days, that's $125. I'll give you the Cash App to send it to. If you just want to pull up for 1 day, that's $50. You dig? Let me show you. Let me see what the Cash App. The Cash App is Sovereign Money. Put 44 more in your email in Sovereign Money. That's the brother Chicago Crypto's Cash App. Okay, Sovereign Money, and you will get your address to the event. You'll get all of the details after you hold your ticket. You buy the NFT, my nigga, buy the ticket and get the info. You know what I'm talking about? And I'll see you there. All right. And then after that, we'll be in Brooklyn, Red and the Blue, the Twin Pillars, back in Brooklyn, New York, black in the city, April 16th to the 18th, hosted by Araje Neferturum. It's the elevation event, all right, dealing with abundance, manifestation, money, cryptocurrency, new businesses, entrepreneurship, and new mates for healthy relationships, healthy lifestyles. We just got a new member on our panel, our sister Hadia Barbell, all right. Sister Hadia will be in the building. Sister Karma will be in the building. And Sister Rain will be in the building alongside the twin pillars. I look forward to that. That's going to be fire. All right. So with that being said, let's do the roll call. All right. Who's in the building? I don't know what I'm talking about. We're doing a super late show. So, on the West Coast, niggas is like, no, Red, you're early. Nigga, I'm on the East Coast, niggas. We burning the midnight oil. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. We burning the midnight oil. All right. Okay. So the Bronx was there yesterday. You feel me? The Bronx was there. Who else was in the class? There we go. Who else was in the class? There you go. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Yeah. The family was in the building. Family was in the building. Hit them thumbs up. Yeah, let's start. Yeah, let's feed the algorithms. Let's feed the algorithms. Yeah. So everybody who is a listener or KT Alien, y'all be showing up to all of the lectures and whatnot. Y'all don't know how important that is, yo. We do a lot for free. And it's not about the bag because the bag is not in giving lectures. You know what I'm talking about? That's not my pension plan. That's not the bag, my nigga. To be honest with you, that's just like really that's like community service. You know what I mean? But the fact that the family is willing to, level up and come to class, you know, be there and receive the information and do things with it because people are not just sitting around listening and just getting mental masturbation and whatnot. They're applying the information and pushing it right to places that it needs to be pushed, you know? So I really appreciate all of the doers, all of the thinkers, all of the knowers that are out there. Salute to all of y'all. Feel me? Salute to all of y'all. So let's get it. Let's get the roll call popping. Boston is in the building. Boston. Australia's in the building. Y'all got a black mayor, correct? A melanated sister. Salute to y'all about for that. I like, that's a good look right there. I need to come to Boston very soon and just chop it up. I want to go to MIT. I want to talk to some of the techies out there in Boston because even after last night's presentation and workshop, I shared with the class the need to begin the phase of building our own blockchain, and I showed how possible it is. The need to build our own decentralized autonomous organizations, the need to build our own cryptocurrencies and whatnot. All of this is open source. It's all doable. But I want to. It's like you're not gonna go and look for a dope boy at 7-Eleven. You know what I'm talking about? You're gonna go to the bando to find the dope boys. So if I need to find engineers and people who build things, I'm gonna go to the place where they're known for building shit. Like the people who created Facebook come out of Boston. You know what I mean? Like MIT, these niggas out of MIT is creating everything. You know what I'm talking about? So Boston has a rich history. Boston is lit. Boston has some intellects and whatnot. You feel me? Brandon, I just said that we're gonna be in Newark. Yes, we're gonna be in Newark this week, and nobody is frauding. That's the flyer right there. Crypto and crystals. I'm hopping on a G5 right after this lecture, and I'll be in Boston. I mean, I'll be in Chicago. You know what I'm talking about? Mine is moving around. We're not just one dimensional. So I'll be in Newark. Newark has an airport right there. We hopping on the jet. and we gonna pop up right in Chicago. Watch us do it. You know what I'm talking about? Just watch the magic happen. We got magic carpets, my nigga. Aladdin is coming to get us. Yeah, Boston Robotics, Malcolm X. You know what I mean? Boston is very Boston is rich. Chicago, what's happening? Chicago. Bama. What's goody, Bama? CT in the building. Houston in the building. You know what I'm talking about? Texas in the building. Austin in the building. I see you. Miami. Tuned in. Oh, Miamisburg, Ohio. That's new. I never heard of that. Schenectady. What's goody, Schenectady? Chi-Town, Deep Sea, Vegas. KTL University. That's right. What up, Red? What? They making it mandatory to take the jab? I ain't heard about that. We not doing that. New York with the legal smoke.
To this day. To this day.
Didn't I tell you? Didn't I tell you what's coming? I showed y'all on the last show. This is not mine, FYI. This shit like an NFT to me. You know what I'm talking about? This is technology, my niggas. You know what I'm talking about? When you hear that they legalize weed, I want you to think further than the fucking Zaza. This is technology. They done stepped it up, bruh. You know what I'm talking about? This shit is a business. This is gourmet. This is designer. This is designer Zaza. You know what I mean? Shit is like an art project. You know what I'm talking about? This is an NFT. Somebody called Beeple. We could sell this on OpenSea. This shit crazy. Look at this. You know what I mean? So when you hear, look, they signed a bill yesterday. And then they put a report out and told the NYPD, I don't care if you smell the Zaza in a nigga car. They said the mandate is you cannot stop anybody from burning them trees effective immediately. I mean, goddamn it, what deity was niggas praying to in New York? That's like a dream come true for the smokers. You know what I'm talking about? Oh my goodness. I don't even think Cali, I was doing it. We gonna show y'all how to do this, son. You know what I'm talking about? Y'all niggas had the ball for a long time. We're gonna show y'all how to do this. We're gonna show you how to do ratchet marijuana. We're gonna show you what ratchet marijuana looks like. Niggas are gonna be on lives blowing dank all up and down New York. You know what I mean? It's for the homies that didn't make it. You know what I'm talking about? Free the homies. You know, I hope they open up the prisons and let everybody home, because I promise you, a large majority of the people who are in the mountains in New York City, the mountains is where they ship the criminals and the prisoners and the legal slaves. A very large majority, I would say about 30%, have to do with, low-level narcotics. I'm not talking about crack. I mean, like weed, parole violations, probation violations for dirty urine and whatnot from weed. You know what I mean? It's a lot of that shit. So they have to make amends and expunge records and whatnot. They jammed up a whole bunch of the younger generation from even thinking that they could fucking vote and compete and be regular citizens with the stop and frisk back in the days for nickel bags. Niggas, their first charges was weed in New York. You know what I'm talking about? And New Jersey is also recreational. So yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know what the setup is. You can't trust it. The nigga Cuomo signed it. So, we talked about Mario Cuomo having his ass in hot water for killing them people in a group home. And then he got all of these Me Too charges. Somebody said that he blowing on a Me Too pack right now. He blowing on that Epstein. He blowing on that Harvey Weinstein. That's that Harvey. And he's trying to get into niggas' grace and favors. I promise you, niggas gonna you don't understand how New York is built. Their body is different. They'll forget everything because he'll be known. His legacy. You know what I'm talking about? You know, you niggas watch The Wire. You understand politics to a degree. His legacy. What's your legacy gonna be like, nigga? You know what I'm talking? Niggas forget about shit and sweep it under the rug. They be like, nigga, he made Zaza legal. You know what I'm talking about? We gonna name a building after this nigga. Like we gonna have a Cuomo Bridge or something. Like he made the Zaza legal. Everything else is, you know what I'm saying? He gets exonerated. He's gonna get a fucking Trump pardon from the hood. You know what I'm talking about? He get a Trump pardon from the hood. Niggas is like, I don't know them girls that he touched. Nobody seen them. You know what I'm talking about? It's all a rumor. Did you see them? I didn't see them. I didn't see their faces. You know, when Bill Cosby was touching women, they brought the woman, they looked like a man, they rolled her out, and niggas was like, Bill? How dare you send this nigga to jail? You know what I'm saying? For his own fucking help. You know what I mean? Bill is blind in one eye and he was sleeping with that. Send that nigga to jail. You know what I'm talking about? You know, let's just help Bill out. Lock his ass up. Sit him down. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, they trying to stop niggas from leaving New York. But all of the bougie niggas is out, and that's a good thing. You know what I mean? Thank you, COVID. If there's one thing that the COVID did, it was get a lot of these uppity Negroes and these bougie white and these gentrifiers. It got them niggas to pack up and get the fuck out of there. I appreciate that. But what it didn't do, what's gonna get these degenerate niggas out of the city? That's what I want to know. You know what I'm talking about? Because now it's wild zombies in New York. You know what I mean? It's mad zombies. I promise you. What a time to be a zombie. What a time to be a fucking demon. Like, for real. Niggas talk about what a time to be alive. What a time to be a zombie. You know what I mean? The odds are stacked in your favor, my nigga. You know what I mean? You got a whole city to yourself. And it's mad zombie chicks now. Back in the days, it wasn't like that. Niggas didn't have their equals. It's wild zombie chicks running around, talking to themselves with no Bluetooth. Mad zombie niggas, you know what I mean? There's zombie relationships. It must be a zombie matchmaker somewhere because they be clicked up. I mean, the baddies have a hard time. Saweetie is having a hard time holding on to a man, but the zombies, they ain't committed relationships. What the fuck is going on? Yeah, the gremlins is out here. They you know, the gremlins is booed up. The gremlins is booed up. You know what I'm talking about? And the Instagram baddies is lonely. You know what I mean? How many fucking pictures you gonna take in the mirror, ma? Nobody, you know what I'm talking about? And I could tell that shit is on one of those selfie sticks. You don't got your bay holding the camera. You know what I mean? That shit is on automatic. You got it on hands free. Fuck out of here. You know what I'm talking about? You need you a boo. You know, you're too cute to be lonely, ma. You know what I'm talking about? You and your little chihuahua, you and your dog. You know what I mean? You need to spread the love. The fucking zombies are in love and the baddies are not. I don't understand. I don't get it. They're in Tulum lonely. Like, you're not even with a Mexican. You didn't even find a fucking Chico. You know what I mean? God damn it. Y'all going to all of these islands. You're not hooking up with anybody. That shit is sad. And then when we see the niggas that brought you to the island, it's like, oh, now I get it. That's what we doing. You know what I mean? That's what we doing. You know what I'm talking about? That the Tinder, the fucking Tinder dates, the niggas that flew you out from Tinder. Okay. All right, sis. You know what I'm talking about? Okay. You killing them. Yeah, you did all of that. Yeah, you got the body done for that. You could have just stayed regular. Schmegular. You know? But New York, you know, I've spoke about the mental health crisis, you know. Oh yeah. Plenty of fish. Christian mingle. They got Egyptian mingle too. You niggas don't know about that. The Hoteps is in love as well. They got Egyptian mingle. They got Christian mingle. Plenty of fish. They got Tinder. Some of you niggas is on the Busted Baby apps. You know what I'm talking about? They got well, they got bussies with attitudes. They got mad apps out there. Niggas is having a lot of digital hookups these days. I'm not judging you. I'm just smudging you. You know, it's none of my business. But God damn it, I see things through my peripheral. You know what I mean? I can't help but seeing what's happening in these streets. Shit real in these streets. This new era, y'all on one. Y'all are definitely on one. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Then let's not talk about rub maps. You know what I mean? And then you had a whole legion of women that was listening to Derek Jackson and his advice. Where the fuck did that get you? Where did that get you? It had you swinging on Quavis for his fucking orange suitcase, and we see how that worked out. Man, you know what I mean? We gotta clean up, y'all. We got to clean up. You know what I'm talking about? But the funny thing about Quavis, that nigga is born on my son's birthday. Today is Omari's birthday. Let's give a hand to us. My little man is 1 year old today on the 2nd. It was a year ago that he came out this bitch. He came through the portal like Thanos and shit. He came through the portal like homie from the Snyder cut. What's the villain? Dark Side. Dead ass. He came in the middle of the COVID with like he's an Aries, so you know he's aggressive. He's grabbing suitcases at one, just like fucking Quavis in the elevator. You know what I'm talking about? That's why when I seen a nigga do it, I was like, look, that's normal. That's normal Aries activity. You niggas stop acting with your fake outrage. Like, that's some normal shit. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, young Omari is in it. He's 1 year old. You know what I mean? He's lit. He's in these streets. You know what I'm talking about? He's in these streets. You know, he's loving it here. He's a COVID baby. They're different. Now, there's a lot of babies that got, you know, that are coming. They're on the way as a result of the COVID lockdown. Salute to all of the young warriors on the, you know, on the you niggas is in your third trimester forming and whatnot. You know what I'm talking about? But he came in through this bitch through the portal in the beginning of COVID, where they was like, you know, the fear was at an all-time high. Remember, we talking about April last year. Couldn't even be in the fucking hospital. Like, we was gonna do the home birth, but we was like, fuck that. We're gonna just take them in, you know, into the facility. And it wasn't no shots. We didn't go through none of that. It was it was real easy. You know what I mean? To be honest with you, the whole floor was just empty. They didn't even want to come and breathe in the room with us. You know what I mean? So we was chilling. But he came in. I'm a Scorpio. So I thought we was one of the baddest signs. You know what I mean? I wasn't familiar. I have an Aries moon, and Sinetta was probably the closest Aries that I knew. So I was like, oh, man, hurry up. Have, you know, he was past his due date. He wasn't supposed to be no Aries. But then when he got into Aries territory, I was like, we'll see how this shit works out. And sure enough, you know what I'm talking about? He came up in his bitch with the ice grill. I'm like, you okay? You know what I'm talking about? Smile, nigga, smile. And he was just like, mad serious. And I'm like, do you know what's going on? Do you know about the mandatory mask policy? Like, do you know that niggas is trying to vote for Joe Biden? They choosing between Joe and Donald. Like, he came in this bitch like he already had an update. Like somebody gave him the newspaper or something before he came through. He was just pissed off. I was like, you good? But then he lightened up, you know what I'm saying? He lightened up and everything has been great. You know, everything has been great. Both of your grandparents and your second. Oh, tell me about them Aries, right? They special, aren't they? They special. They just got a seriousness to them. You know what I'm talking about? That I respect. You know, I mean, like I said, I'm a Scorpio, so we kind of primed to deal with the Aries energy. You know, we're kind of primed to deal with shit like that. They got this little, you know, they real. He be like in the morning, I get snuffed, mandatory. You know what I'm talking about? And he snatches my little doggy tags. Like he does a job on me. You know what I'm talking about? And I just have to take the beating. You know what I mean? Because he's like Quavis in a little body. Yeah, that Mars energy, that shit is real. The shit is real. You know? This shit is real. But they're strong. Yes, they're strong. The leaders, yeah, they're first. They're the leaders. That's right. They're very strong. Very determined. He's very determined. Like he's on some mode. I got this shit. Like he's pushing me out the way, bro. It's like I got this. I'm good. You know what I mean? Very determined. You know, very self-sufficient. you know, and he's not playing no games. You know what I'm talking about? He's not playing no game. And like I said, he came in, remember 4-4 last year was a conjunction, right? If you remember 4-4, I was kind of hoping that he came in on it, but he really came in on the conjunction on the second, and then it just it kind of like 4-4 was the day that it hit. But he came in on that conjunction, so he's carrying that energy and he's good, you know what I mean? And he's good. And his mom's just like, he needs a brother. I'm like, no, he don't. You know what I'm talking about? What are we doing? No, he don't. What we done? Yeah, I had a lecture. Remember? I had a lecture the same way that I had a lecture yesterday. I had a lecture on 4-2. Or it might have been 4-1, to be honest with you. And I didn't plan it like that. And I had to postpone it, and I did it on 4-4. You know what I'm saying? Did it on 4-4. Well, shit, you talking about she's right. Well, goddamn it, y'all y'all giving up one of your children? I'll adopt. I'll adopt. I'll adopt for 6 months. That I'll do a fucking short lease. You know what I'm talking about? So he could play with somebody for 6 months or probably like 2 years. We'll do a short lease. You know what I'm talking about? Hey, Sandra. You know, you got to check the Chinese astrology, like Boogie. Who saw the movie Boogie? They was doing a heavy astrology in Boogie, right? Who saw Boogie with Pop Smoke? That shit was kind of deep. They showed you how deep the Chinese go with astrology, with the ancestor realm. Every other fucking word out of their mouth was the ancestors, right? And they showed you the family structure of the Asian family and how different it is than, I'm not going to compare us. I'm going to compare them to other nationalities as well. You feel me? The other nationalities. What up, Red Pill? I've been up to 7 a.m. Oh, you've been deep diving. You've been binging. I appreciate that. Yeah, man. Go and check the archives. The archives is lit. The archives be lit. I think that's the like when you and when it comes to stuff that I've done, it's the archives for me. You know what I mean? It's the archives. It's like I'll run into shit that I did in 2014 and 2013, and I do so much stuff that I forget it, but it'd be the archives because it'd be like, damn, nigga, you was definitely ahead of your time with your cloth. You know what I mean? This modern day shit, this up to date stuff, catch this 3 years from now. This is nothing right now. You know what I mean? Catch up to it 3 years. That's when it hits. But yeah, it'd be the archives. You know what I'm talking about? You made a whole playlist. That's what's up. That's beautiful. Yeah. Oh, you was born on that day too? Okay, he a warrior. I had this video on my Instagram. Let me show you. With these little kids on there doing this. The little kid was flipping on his head. It's like, this shit is crazy. I saw Mike Tyson doing that when he was training with Customato, right? Where he was working his neck muscle. That's important so a nigga don't knock your head off of your shoulders. You got to strengthen your neck because, you could be a boxer, but somebody hits you, you turn into a bobblehead. You know what I'm talking about? The neck is important. Pause. You see that shit right there? Look at this little nigga. You know he take cold showers, right? You know he from apartment 4B. You know what I'm talking about? I was like, the way that my son is built, this is some shit that he'll grow up doing, though. You know what I'm talking about? The way that my son is built, but his moms would probably go crazy if she seen him in the gym doing some shit like that. I would have to low key, like, never let her come to the gym to show her that her son is using his head as a fucking bounce ball. You know what I mean? But look at this in contrast to Little Nas, pole dancing and giving sloppy toppy to the demons and the devils and whatnot. A lot of the babies and whatnot will be, a lot of the parents would not want to see their little Timmy and whatnot. Oh, little Timmy, you know, little Timmy, he's too precious. No, don't do that to my baby. I only have one of them. Look, Ma, let me take this nigga. I'm gonna take him off the porch. You stay in the house. You know what I'm talking about? You watch Nene and them go watch the reunion of Housewives. And let me take little snotty fucking Timothy snot nose and raise him to be a fucking warrior. You know what I mean? Because when it comes to raising a warrior, that's not something that you should be in a room watching. This shit is really ugly. Okay. When it comes to raising a fucking warrior to really be in these, to not just the streets, it ain't about the streets, because we in the future. So it's about niggas going to Mars and shit like that. Like, to raise a young king to be a warrior, to not get drilled in these streets, you know what I mean? To not get buck broken, to not get fucking pushed around, it's gonna take a lot. It's gonna take a lot, you know? And I don't think a lot of people are used to what it's gonna take. They're not, because society shuns that nowadays. We was getting our ass whooped with fucking switches, sticks. When I was in St. Croix, they was beating the shit out of us with rulers, old white ladies, for stupid shit. You know what I'm talking about? They was wearing us out. I thought that was normal. You dig? I was like, what the fuck? What this shit is? The fucking Jesuits, my nigga. Or whoever they was. You know what I'm talking about? I know it wasn't Mrs. Doubtfire. It wasn't no fucking meek and humble white ladies. These were some evil ass white people that was in the Virgin Islands beating the shit out of these children. So they don't allow a lot of the parents, both mother and father for that matter. You know what I mean? I'm not singling out the mamas. Niggas' fathers be acting moist too. You know what I mean? And these little Europeans are shooting off AR-15s before they're 15. They know how to reload. They know how to clean a weapon. They could gut a whole deer blindfolded. These niggas is cutting, they skinning bears and shit like that. You know what I mean? They're fucking woodsmen. They out there catching fish with their hands. In Russia, they're wrestling bears. Right? In Russia, they putting bears in a figure four. You know what I'm talking about? In China, these niggas is little Shaolin warriors. You know, I seen a video where it's like 800 of them. They breaking bricks over their heads and boards and whatnot. These niggas was like 3. I seen a video with like a 3-year-old. He was smoking a cigarette and cooking in a wok. I'm like, damn, this little nigga's grown up. You know what I'm talking about? And it's like, these are some of the things, these are some of the measures when people are like, oh, I want my son to be a warrior. What you think just sending him to motherfucking Pop Warner is gonna make it to run the fucking ball, to hit a corner, my nigga, to hit a pocket with the football? It's gonna be more than that. It's gonna be more than that. You know? It's gonna take a little bit more than that. These children need a level of roughing up. You know, they need to get more solid. You know what I'm talking about? Without crying and being all fake hurt and whatnot, and all tender and shit. You know, they need to get toughened up. And I'm not saying in a way where it's abusive. We don't want to traumatize the children. We don't want to traumatize them. But we don't just want to aim for athleticism and have them thinking that they're going to be the one, that they're going to be another LeBron, and it's 800,000 of them vying to be in a league where they only picking 8 niggas on draft day, or 18 niggas. Like, no, that's not it. You know what I mean? And everybody is not built for that because all children are not warriors. Let me be clear. Let me reiterate that. All of them, some of them are gonna be in the computer flying drones and whatnot, wild nerdy. You know what I mean? Don't want no smoke, but they're logistics, they're engineers. You know what I mean? They're creatives, they're makers, they're indigos. They might be meditating on mountains and whatnot, and you're not supposed to rough them up. You know what I'm talking about? But there's other groups of them, as we can see, when you in these streets, you know what I mean? There's a whole contingency of young children who are gravitating towards street life. They want to be killers. They want to be drillers. They want to be thugs. And I promise you, 80% of them is some good children and they're following the wrong fucking they're following a rapper or they're following gangs and whatnot. They need a hug, they need a father, they need an uncle, they need a brother. Unfortunately, some of them may have been taken out of the home because they were selling pounds of that Zaza and they done got sent to the motherfucking mountains. So thank God that they legalizing the motherfucking marijuana, even if the shit is GMO. You know what I mean? We'll find a way around that. What we'll be doing to play our part on this end is we've been waiting for days like this because we have experts to teach you how to grow in your house. Remember, in New York, they're gonna let you grow 8 plants. And like I said, I don't know how to add. 8 is 80. You know what I'm talking about? Niggas is like, I didn't get my GD. I thought 8 was 80. They're gonna allow people to grow 8 plants. A plant could yield a pound. So you could grow 8 pounds in your fucking house. You know what I mean? In your house. I don't care about no dispensary. They're not gonna you keep your dispensary. They said that you could grow plants in your house. Right? That's 8 pounds. You know what I'm talking about? How much you niggas need to smoke? So when you get when you get the right seeds and whatnot, and when you learn how to cultivate that plant, because it's a plant, it's a plant has very, it's like any other plant that you will be which you have to learn to talk to the plant. You know what I mean? You have to learn to tend to the plant, and it's going to give you, you know, a good return. The problem from the gate was a lot of people were getting the weed already grown, or the marijuana was being shipped from China, Mexico, California. I remember back in the days they were saying that the quote unquote white supremacists or the radicals and whatnot, they were spraying it with all of these chemicals, and because it was the Mexicans were dropping it off with them. You know what I mean? And they were doing all kind of stuff to it, especially when they knew that the marijuana was coming into the hood. So when you get control of your trees and whatnot, you a legend. You a legend. And our people are magical. We on some George Washington Carver shit, nigga. We talking to the plants and they talking back to us. You know what I mean? Niggas that take 8 grams of some shrooms and talk to them seeds and find out what to do with them. We're gonna be all right. I don't live in the fear. I don't live in this fake ass, monotony of I'm not in this victimhood. I'm not creating a victimhood, a victimized world around me. You know? Yeah, and then on top of it, you have YouTube Academy. It's not hard to learn. It's not out of our reaches. So we're going to be all right. Have faith. We're going to be all right. You know? They done fucked up in New York by letting niggas control that weed game. You know what I'm talking about? 2 books. The Secret Life of Plants and The Hidden Messages in Waters will get your plants into another sphere. Good looking, Naeem. Good looking. So salute to all of the fathers that are going to be coming back home, the uncles, the brothers, you know what I mean? The mothers, the aunties, you know, because they done locked up a lot of people. You mad that you missed class, brother, right? No problem. Like I said, I opened up the show and I explained that the class will be available for the fam, for the fam of lamb. You know what I'm talking about? We have it available right here. All right. So it's 7 hours, well, 6 hours. We started this out. We livicated it to Nipsey. I'm gonna play this part for the nip, for the nip. No sound. Are you serious? No. Hold on. I was doing all of that and wasn't no sound. God damn it. Hold on. I was trying to work with y'all, but the internet gods is hating. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why. Hold on a minute. Hold on 1 minute. You can hear me talking, but you can't hear the video though, right? Because the video is playing in my ear. I don't know where the shit is at. Oh, here we go. Yeah, I was trying to share the video, and yeah, I don't know what happened, but the video is available. It's available, you know what I mean, for purchase. You see the Cash App on the ticker. All you have to do is send $44 plus your email, and you will have that in your email either after the show or first thing in the morning. 6 hours. You play that shit while you're making your CMOS or while you're doing your push-ups, or you got to take notes because you might even have to pause the video and read through some things because it was an information dump. It was a lot of information. I had no idea it was so much information intertwined in those 4 topics, which were blockchain, because the blockchain is not just, it's not just what you think. It's a whole lot of shit that goes behind the blockchain. Cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin is not just one dimensional. It's so intricate. It's so many aspects to it. And then altcoins, stable coins, it's shit is deep, bro. NFTs, non-fungible tokens. You just see reports about baseball cards and basketball cards, and nobody gives you the science of the NFTs. Nobody gives you the science of the coins. What are these coins created to do? They just throwing these coins out there and these names of these coins, but you don't even know what the hell. You don't know what an ERC 1155 is. You know what I mean? You don't know what these tokens are because nobody is explaining it to us. You know what I'm talking about? So we went and did the deep dive. We did but it was a one-on-one. It's really a one-on-one. I didn't really, people is like, oh, this was deep. I was like, fam, this is deep if you really don't understand about it. It's deep for entry level, but it gets deeper. It's deeper than Lake Lanier, my niggas. You know what I'm talking about? It gets deeper than that. It gets deeper than that. Yeah, NBA Top Shots. You know what I'm talking about? So we livicated the show to Nipsey Hussle. Why? Because Nipsey Hussle made his transition on March 31st. Nipsey Hussle helped to onboard a large amount of brothers and sisters in the hip hop community. Keep in mind, when me as a teacher, as a professor, like my father, my biological blood father, just was with him just today earlier, right? Me and Amir and my dad was chilling. He's an English professor in a CUNY school, right? He was an English professor before I was even born. He met my mama in the colleges. I don't even want to get into that story, but he's been a professor since before me and my twin was even born, right? And when I say professor, I mean a real professor, like in a real fucking college. Not no fake ass, oh, you know how niggas be running around like they're doctors and professors and the people gave me that title. No, nigga. No, not that part. Like he has a fucking tenure. You know what I'm talking about? He got his tenure before Cornell West did, right? And he teaches his demographics. He's a teacher for his students. And who the people that I teach, my demographics, the people that I stand up for, is niggas from the streets, right? Brothers and sisters in the movement, people who are regular, everyday mothers and fathers and sisters and brothers and 9-to-5ers and whatever. I have a large spectrum of people that I teach. But when I teach, I understand who I'm speaking to. I speak their language and they speak my language. So when I'm speaking to the people and I'm giving them this information, I'm not speaking to Joey Pellegrino and other people. I'm not sorry to bother you. I'm not out here code switching, trying to appeal to a completely different demographics to listen to me. I could give a fuck, and no offense. So when it comes to what Nipsey Hussle was about, he was onboarding a specific group of people. He was onboarding, he was speaking the language, he was out here thirst trapping a certain group of people, and that's who he cared for. He had love for those certain groups of people, and those are the people that he wanted to get the information. And when other people benefited off of the fact that he was speaking, it's all good because information has no color barrier. Because how can I say, oh, I can't have Europeans or Asians, stop the Asian hate, or Indians or anybody from the continent listening to me, and I'll be quick to pick up a book from any one of the motherfuckers if they had the information that I needed in it. So I would be a full hypocrite if I was to say to be prejudiced with my information as if consciousness has a color. It does not. Knowledge doesn't have a nationality, nor does it have a color. So my information is for everybody because I put information out there that's from everybody. You know what I'm talking about? It's not like I'm sitting at the feet of, a fucking King Cooper from Egypt and he's the only person is giving me this information. No, I'm picking up information. I'm the red pill. I have to live out my fucking name, bro. You know what I mean? I'm receiving information from different corners, from different places. I have a whole library full of books. I've shown y'all my book list. You know what I'm talking about? My book list, the last names on those books aren't Mustafa and L and Bay, and some of them are. But I have people of Jewish descent that were writing books that I decided to read. I have Europeans like Peter Moon. Shout out to Peter Moon. He's a friend of the show. You know what I mean? That's a European. I have fucking gurus and shit like that from India, niggas who could put their leg around their neck. You know what I mean? Yoga niggas. You know what I mean? It's a plethora. It's a rainbow of different teachers. But I could take the information and put that shit in a gumbo pot. I know what to do with it. I could, and what I'm doing is I'm reinterpreting. I'm reinterpreting it so it could be palatable to my people. Right? I'm giving it back to my people. So when I see what Nipsey was doing and the fact that he onboarded hood niggas to technology, he had a smart store. Niggas went into the store and was like, I feel smart. You know what I mean? Like they didn't know what a smart store was. They just thought if they go into his store, they get smart. Nip, I feel smart. Right? Like, no, nigga, that's not what the smart store is. It's smart because if you scan your phone to the tag, the RFD chip or the barcode on the shirt, my video will start playing on your phone, right? He started talking about cryptocurrency. This is a gangbanger, my niggas, with neck tats and face tats, my niggas. You know what I'm talking about? He was active. He wasn't how some of these niggas is gangbangers and you never seen them bang, they won't even bang a fly. Like he was known for being active throughout his history. His jacket was known by niggas. And he was a dope MC. And he wasn't out here code switching. He wasn't going into rooms, sounding different when he was around different people. He was still Nipsey Hussle wherever the fuck he went. You know what I'm talking about? He wore his chains, my nigga. He was sagging, he still had his braids out. He was still Nipsey wherever he went, and he stood on who he was, but he represented himself like a noble. He represented himself like a noble. He represented himself like a spokesman for educated black men, you know what I mean, and women who were products of their environment, but not victims of their of their circumstances. And he held his head up high. And what I was saying when I opened up the lecture was I stand on the fact that he ascended. He didn't die. I don't like to use that term because niggas die every day, but he did not die. Right? He ascended, and his ascension brought light to millions of others who before that didn't have that type of light. So ever since his ascension, it's cool to be smart. Ever since his ascension, gang bangers and people who are in gangs were like, I want more out of my gang. I want more out of my life. You know what I'm talking about? Ever since his ascension, the conversation about crypto, blockchain has been remember, we've been speaking about this for a long time. It's only recently that this shit is beginning to stick and people are hearing it and it don't sound like Charlie Brown mumbled, right? A lot of that started to take place after his ascension. Now think about this. With NFTs booming, with the financial revolution, where everybody on Clubhouse and all of these niggas on Facebook, I mean, Instagrams are millionaires, all of a sudden, we'll talk about that one day. What do you think Nipsey would have been doing? With Akon building a smart city where he has a smart city that he's literally building in the desert or wherever the fuck it's at in Africa. He has his own coin. You don't think Nipsey would have had his own coin by now? You don't think Nipsey would have been like, Akon, I'm building my own city next to yours in Africa. I'm gonna take that model and go to Eritrea. You don't think he could have started a crowdfunding campaign and raised up millions of dollars? You don't think that he would have been putting out NFTs, my nigga? Please. He would have had Jay-Z on board right now to be an angel investor, to be dropping Jay-Z don't even know really what to necessarily do in these spaces. He's still learning. He's a baby because he don't have a person who could really hold his hand and truly show him the ropes. He onboarded niggas to Dr. Sabi. Okay? He onboarded hip hop because we knew about who Sabi was in this community. He onboarded the knuckle draggers. He onboarded the masses, right? He onboarded, strippers and what. You got strippers out here selling CMOS. What's fucking with that? You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about? You got strippers with their own CMOS flavor. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? They got they got that pineapple CMOS flavors. You know what I'm talking about? You got sex workers selling CMOS, nigga. You got all kind of celebrities, reality stars and whatnot hitting mama pill up for herbs. They running with Queen of Fool. You know what I mean? He made that palatable. That I attribute that not only to him, he has a lot to do with that. It's not only just him, but he played a big part in bridging the gap. And if our people are being helped out, I don't care about what corner of the world I don't care about what trap you're in. I don't care what your circumstances are in the now, because look at me. Shit. If I how far I came, where I came from. Certain people would have turned their nose up at me if they ran into me a few decades ago. So if somebody, I don't care where you get caught at when you wake up, or where you're at, what station in life you're at when you're going through your transformation. Who the fuck am I to judge you? You know what I'm talking about? Who the fuck am I to tell you what you can and can't do? God damn it. No, that's not how. I don't operate like that. Everybody, we got to give people time. We live in a day and time where back in the days, it took us 10 years to get our shit together. But now it's taking niggas 1 year. You know what I mean? So we're in the quickening. So it don't have to take you that long. But I understand that this shit is not easy. You know what I mean? You're not inundated with it every day. This is still very niche. This is still very niche. Yeah, a lot of the celebrities lost credibility. You know what I mean? They lost their car. They stocks have fallen. Their stocks have fallen. Their stocks have crashed. Their shit didn't boom like Zoom. You know what I mean? They're non-essential in a degree. And I'm kind of upset that so many rappers are jocking Nipsey's coattail, but they're not repeating the shit that I just laid out that he's known for. They're not doing that. They're not the same. They did this. They jacked Tupac's whole aesthetics and left the revolutionary shit on the table. They didn't take that. You know what I mean? They didn't take that. They didn't go and bang on the Illuminati. They didn't kill the Illuminati. They didn't take that aspect. They took the bandanas and the tattoos and the shit talking, but they didn't take the revolutionary shit that Afeni grew him up and prepared him to do. Who saw the documentary that I was recommending? Can't Get You Out of My Head, right? On YouTube. The documentary called Can't Get You Out of My Head. Now, if you saw that documentary and you saw how cold Afeni Shakur was, how she beat her own case, you know what I'm talking about? How she represented herself in court and bodied them. She exposed the Judas, because they had a Judas in the Panther 21 trial and the Black Panthers. 3 of the top people in their organizations were agents who worked for the feds or them people. She exposed all of them. And she convinced the jury. She was like, y'all was the niggas that was plotting. Y'all was the niggas that was turning up. Y'all was radicalizing shit. Y'all was out here trying. Y'all was bloodthirsty, not us. And the jury was like, yeah, fuck these niggas. Y'all were trying to entrap these people. And she beat them. She beat the whole case. You on part 2? You on part 3? You watching it? I gotta watch it a second time too. You know what I mean? So the documentary laid out that Tupac was born for this. He was created to be who the hell, and they had interviews with him when he was giving it up. There's nothing like him. You don't give me a modern day rapper who could even match his wits in terms of where he was organically, because there's videos of him talking before he became a rapper. You know what I'm talking about? When he had the flat top, that's before he was a rapper. He had it then. You know what I mean? These rappers nowadays, they're deep and they're smart, but they play dumb for the industry and for you niggas. And when they get around us, they start talking about, well, you know, the Pythagorean, Fibonacci. You know what I mean? These niggas turn into Shakespeare in behind closed doors and whatnot. They want to try to match wits with us. But I'm like, why you don't say that in your rhymes? You know what I'm talking about? Why you don't translate how you feel in your lyrics? Oh, you know what I'm saying? My audience. Yeah. But I'm like, but Nipsey didn't say that though, bro. And Tupac didn't say that. They found a way to intertwine their skill set and their knowledge into their bars. And even with Nipsey, when he did interviews and when he talked to them white folk, and when he was in rooms and whatnot, he was standing on his square and he was not trying to be no dumb nigga to satisfy who? Tupac killed hip hop and hurt our communities. Okay. You know, they're not doing that. They're not doing that. I don't see them sacrificing the nigga inside of them. Never ignorant, getting goals accomplished, right? That's the acronym. I don't see them sacrificing nigga mentality, just being, because remember, freedom is to be yourself. To be free is to be yourself. And success is the ability to be yourself at all times and to be accepted as yourself. That's true freedom. They talk about, oh, let my people free. Yeah, let your people free, meaning that let me be who I want to be. If we live in these days and times of full expression, why are the rappers or even the athletes or people in the spotlight, why are they not comfortable in their own skin, being smart? Why do they play dumb? Why do they give why do they play stupid, right? To make niggas feel comfortable around them. But they're miserable because they can't be who they want to be 24/7. I'm not even going to answer homeboy that said that. See, Thug Life, the hate you gave little infants fucks everyone. He was born, his mama was in jail when he was in her stomach. He saw his uncles and his mother's boyfriends and other people not just get addicted to drugs, my friend. He saw them exterminated by COINTELPRO. The hate you give little infants fucks everyone. If you watch the documentary called Panthers, the Bastards of the Party, it explains to you that the Black Panthers, right, the Crips, community revolutionaries in progress, brotherly love overriding oppression, right? It explains to you in the Bastards of the Party that even the LA sets, right, they were influenced by the hate that you gave the hate you gave little infants, right? The hate you give little infants. Think about that. One of the reasons why people is like, oh, I don't go hard against the LBG community like that. I just tell it like it is. I have no hatred whatsoever in my heart for a man that I might see walking down the street in some fucking high heels and a goddamn wig on. To be honest with you, I'm an empath. I start feeling bad for that person because I'm able to look into his soul and see the hate that somebody gave that little infant fucks everyone. I see that that person is screaming for attention. I see the hate that someone else gave that little infant. When I see certain women out here carrying themselves in certain ways, I see the hate that they gave little infants. Is fucking everyone. Nigga, you gotta pay for the damage that somebody else caused me. You're gonna pay because I'm gonna pay. I'm gonna step out. I'm gonna make a spectacle of myself. And for the people who have compassion and care, you're gonna pay for that. When I see these young gangbangers and whatnot, these little niggas out here drilling and whatnot, no father, no brother, or if the father raised them to be a fucking knuckle dragger, or the father wasn't in the house, the father's locked up, the father got killed, the kid is in pain because he had to bury his baba. When he was a baby, he lost them to the crack era. He lost them to the dope gang. He lost them to gang banging and shit like that. That causes hate in the heart of a little infant. 9 times out of 10, they'll grow up and be a killer themselves. That's thug life, bro. Do you know what the acronym really meant? Do you know what he was talking about? Are you taking it for surface value? Everybody wants to critique Tupac with this fucking magnifying glass like he wasn't the perfect messiah. Even I'm guilty of that. You know what I mean? I chastised him for being, I said this nigga was a smart, he was being dumb, he dumbed himself down to be around Snoop Dogg, Suge Knight, and other gangbangers, and this nigga was worth more than that. He was worth more than each one of them niggas weight in gold. You know what I'm talking about? And he dumbed himself down to be accepted by these niggas when they should have been trying their best to be accepted by him. That was my critique of him. And I've been in situations where I seen mad people die because of shit like that. They don't get a second chance to get out of that fucking quagmire. They get their tops blown off because niggas around you will snuff your lights out because you shine too bright. You're a fucking diamond and you will expose the dullness in them every time you niggas step out together. And I seen niggas get lined up and get shot down for shit like that. Or they get lined up and they get sent up to the mountains. But I'm very, and I have to warn myself, I have to catch myself about being so critical of a man who was 25 years old. You know what I'm talking about? Who was fighting his own demons and whatnot, who was trying his best to balance being a straight up nigga and never ignorant, getting goals accomplished. He was clandestine in the nigga world as a panther. You know what I mean? He didn't have any support like that. You niggas wasn't militant like that when he was out there doing his damn thing. Niggas wasn't holding that banner. You know what I'm talking about? So he adapted to the shit that he saw and the hate you gave little infants fucks everyone's and shit like that. That's what got that's what rang. That was the signal that niggas picked up on and was like, I'm fucking with that. I understand that part, even if it was subliminally or subconsciously. That was the flute. That was the fucking dog whistle that the hood niggas gravitated to, because hood niggas and thug niggas have hate in their heart because of the pain and what somebody else have done to them. And trauma, childhood trauma, it has created some fucking monsters out here. And I promise you, if you have not grown up around them, if you not have been in jail with them, if you didn't have murder beef against niggas like that, and you had to go toe to toe and go to war against niggas like that, you cannot fucking talk, please.
To this day. To this day.
You know what I mean? It's like I was listening to A.A. Rashid on Black Magic 363. And he was like, I don't want to be around no thug niggas. I don't want to be around no gangsters. I don't want to be around none of you fake mad niggas. And I concur with that. Yeah. I don't want to be around none of these niggas ever. I gain nothing from that. You know what I'm talking about? I gain nothing from that. I want to be around some happy people. I really want to be around children. You know what I'm saying? Because they're so innocent and they teach me so much about myself, and they help heal me from a lot of the fucking wounds that I've been carrying all of these years. I want to be around some real some real saucy sisters, you know what I'm saying? Real, some real funny, happy, beautiful, you know what I mean? And confident women, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm a man, you know what I mean? So I gravitate off of opposite energy. You know what I'm talking about? AC, DC, my nigga. That's how my battery gets charged. I want to be around some powerful elders who can help give me some advice and help me with their wisdom because they have more experience than me. Shit like that. I don't want to be around you fake tough niggas who are trying to prove that you tougher than the other nigga. Dominance hierarchy, like AA said, that's homoeroticism. You niggas want to be on top of each other. You low-key rustlers. You niggas want to be Godzilla and King Kong. You know what I mean? Thugging, fighting in fucking Hong Kong, falling on buildings together. I'm good with that. I'm good with that because you haven't proved your gangsterism or your thuggism yet, because Zimmerman is out here rolling around on rollerblades and everybody else is out here doing what the fuck they do. You didn't go in Oklahoma and drill Black Wall Street. You know what I'm talking about? You didn't go into the nursing home and clean them up. So I don't want to hear none of that shit. It's a fucking false ideology. And to be honest with you, it was created by niggas in MIT and Stanford. You know what I'm talking about? It was created by, you niggas is fake MMA niggas. You know what I mean? You the male version of hunchers. You know what I'm saying? And you see how that has destroyed our people. I seen smart niggas get their heads blown off of trying to play tough, trying to be down. Brandy niggas want to be down. They was not comfortable being nerds. They were not comfortable being fucking engineers. They were not comfortable being squares. So you have squares trying to fit into circles and whatnot, and they got punished for that. Back to back to back, and is visiting multiple generations. The sons pay for the sins of the fathers. You had niggas out here slinging crack, slinging, you know what I mean, all kind of poisons and whatnot to pregnant women, and their children's children are paying for that right now. Facts. Come on, man. Fuck's you saying? So niggas need to be cleaned up. And when you have black messiahs or messianic ones like Nip, you know, Pac, you know, and there's so many others who have come along and have tried their damnness and put themselves on a cross. These are Christ-like beings because you will be sacrificed. You know what I mean? You will get sent up. You're not going to die an old man. You know what I'm talking about? You're going to die on the cross, my nigga. You have women out here trying to do city girl type shit because you got hurt. A nigga, the Aquavus have come around and mishandled you, right? And now you want to be, you have these fucking holes in your heart. You got done wrong. You know what I'm talking about? A nigga came through and washed you up. You know what I mean? Because he was trying to be like Snoop Dogg. I don't love these hoes. He was misguided and he did you wrong. And he mishandled you. You soft like a flower. And niggas is out here plucking flowers and whatnot. So now you've been deflowered and you out here with an ice grill and whatnot. A nigga done stepped out on you and left you with the motherfucking bag. So you turned into Mag the Stallion. I didn't notice I didn't say Meg the Stallion. You turned into Mag the Stallion, right? The original, what's the name? Mary Magdalene. You know what I'm talking about? You the mother of this shit. You turn into the mother of these whores. Hurt people. So now you want to catch bodies. You know what I'm saying? Now you want to line niggas up. You know what I mean? Now you want to break hearts. You want to be a heartbreaker. You know what I mean? That's not you, ma. You following people who are, you know what I'm saying? Who've been through a lot of pain, through a lot of hurt, to the point where they have their hearts are ice cold. You remember Diamond from Players Club? You feel me? You seen the influence that she had over that good girl? No, not even Diamond. Who was the chick who was the boss bitch? Who was the red bone chick who was like the top stripper chick? She had a negative influence on those other girls that were coming into the game, and she was a piece of shit herself. And here it is, y'all following women, grown ass women who are failures in relationships and life and a whole bunch of other shit. Y'all following men who turned into women because they was failures at being men. So now they hairdressers and they putting all of this fucking sick things into your mind. The producers of these reality shows, they are interjecting all of their toxicity into the storylines and the scripts, like Love and Hip Hop, like Basketball Wives, like Real Housewives. Go and look at the production team. Go and look at the production team. The production teams are all homosexual men. Lee Daniel types. You know? Billy Porter ass niggas. You know what I'm saying? And look at your makeup. Look at your makeup. Look, the makeup got y'all looking like RuPaul now. I see the influence. They got women out here with funeral makeup on and fucking lace fronts that they put on dead people. So everybody is being misguided and misled, spun in circles. You might as well all go have a fucking lap dance with the demons like Little Nas X. You know what I'm talking about?
To this day.
You might as well all have them fucking Nikes with blood in them, the 666 Nikes, because a lot of people is on, y'all on the pole with Little Nas X. And I'm not here to judge, I'm just here to smudge. Black trauma is a $1 billion industry. And this shit hurts, bro. This shit really hurts. For people like me that are empaths, I'm still trying to hold on. You know what I'm saying? I'm not cold-hearted. I'm not that cold-hearted where I could just, turn a blind eye to some of the things that I see that be going on. I'm just not built like that. My body is different. I walk through Harlem, feel like I come out of there with swords in my back, knives in my heart. You know what I mean? Arrows in my neck. Cause it's a labor. It's a labor of, it's like being in labor, walking through these streets. Talking about the valley of death. What a time to be a fucking zombie. What a time to be a demon. What a time to be the living dead. I gotta walk through all of that. You know what I mean? You gotta walk through all of that. I'm in Atlanta. I'm in New York. I'm in Harlem. I'm in Brooklyn. And then you see in the crowd, you see the people who, could be saved, but then she don't want to be saved. You think she want to be saved, but she don't want to be saved. She want to be on demon time. Interview with a vampire. The little girl, she wants, you think she's a little innocent girl, but she already got bit by the vampire. You know what I mean? She's one of them. You know what I'm talking about? You see the life in her. She's the little girl in Interview with a Vampire, but she already got taken. Aaliyah in Queen of the Damned. Niggas is munching on her. The demons, the succubus, the incubus is eating on her. And you want to save them. But you got to be like Blade out this bitch. You got to be a daywalker. So streets is real. I suggest if you're not built for it, you stay in a fucking house. You know what I mean? Go get you the Oculus Rift and play in a virtual world or something. You know what I'm saying? Stop tapping in to these places and these spaces that are not vibrating at the energy that's going to feed you. It's going to be feeding off of you. It's a difference. Either it's going to feed you or it's going to feed off of you. Know the difference, please. You're talking about you want to be outside and you popping out for what? If you wasn't outside in the 90s, nigga, you missed that boat. You know what I mean? Not to say that there's nothing going on outside, but yeah, we taking trips. We flying to islands. We staying out of the way. We getting some vitamin D. You know what I mean? We swimming in in aqua water. You know what I'm talking about? We're not on the block. We're not in the fucking bando. We're not in the strip club. You know what I'm talking about? We're not running behind motherfuckers who are have dull lights. You know what I mean? Who have dim lights, dimwits with dim lights. No, we're chasing we're chasing the sun. We're chasing the shine. No. You gotta know the difference, y'all. You know? Oh wait, Gil Scott Heron? It's today? I didn't know that. Let me find out. That's the same day as my son is Gil. He got a few people on his birthday. Oh, he's on the first? That's good enough. You know what I'm saying? He's still in good hands. So they got this trial going on for our good brother. I seen a video of him in a store today. George Floyd. He was geeked up. You know, I'm not gonna pussyfoot around it. I'm not gonna play with it. This nigga was geeking like a zombie. Okay? You know, can't be outside in these streets geeking. Now, people that take the story about George Floyd and flip it around, but there's a few morals of the stories that you need to, as a people, black people, if the Black Lives Matter people had balls enough, they would say, look, this is a story, this is a moral story about not being off your fucking square and being geeked up. And these people will come, these demons will be attracted to you. The same thing that I'm telling y'all. If you go outside and you don't have your armor and your shield on and you out here slipping, you could be a motherfucking hashtag. You could be a goddamn Ben Crump could be on your ass. You know what I'm talking about? You could become a story that you don't want to be. No, it's not even he was wilding. It wasn't no police in the store. The video that I'm talking about, this is before the police came. He was inside of these people's store acting up. I don't know if he was acting up because I didn't even put the sound on. I'm just looking at the video. He was geeking. Like he was on something. They said he was on that Fetty or something. I don't know what it was, but he was on something. And it wasn't no fucking Zaza. Wasn't no weed, bro. And that has nothing to do with the fact that this European came and snuffed the life out of him. But he caught that man off guard. He caught that man off guard, and geeking doesn't constitute death. But the way that these demons is rolling on us, the way that these race shoulders is moving on us, they not moving on people that are alert and attentive like that. They know who to move on. If you out here geeking, you slipping, and you could get moved on by these Roman soldiers. You gotta be on point. That's what I'm saying. And it ain't about you having people around you that's sober, because they'll single your ass out and get to you. You feel me? And then your judgment and the things that you naturally would have done to get yourself out of a situation, you don't have those faculties when you're out of your mind. You feel me? So if you're going to be geeked up, lock the fucking door in one of your rooms, cut your phone off, and just stay in there. Just stay in there. Because these people are out here looking for us to slip up. They're looking for the weak links. They're looking for people to slip. They're looking for people that's out here geeking. They're looking for people that out here leaning. They're looking for people that out here doped up. I'm not lying to you. You got to be on your dean. You got to be on your square. It's a war going on outside. It's a spiritual war. There's a war on higher principalities. It can happen to anybody. Yeah, it definitely can happen to anybody. People get caught every day. But I promise you, 7 times out of 10 is people who are not in their right. Sometimes people are high out of their mind, drunk as a skunk, on some type of pill. They're not on point. They're not on their square. And they get caught slipping. You remember DMX slipping and falling? You know what it's called to be caught lacking, my nigga? It's not just lacking without the toast on your side. You got caught lacking. You was lacking your motherfucking dean. Now I know that that's uncomfortable for people to hear, but god damn it, wait till you see the video. You'll understand what I'm talking about. I'm just giving it to you the fucking uncut real way. Don't be out here lacking. Don't get caught lacking in traffic. It's gonna be ugly for you. Cause there's ops coming from different angle. Look, it's niggas that look like you, people that don't look like you. Shorties will catch you lacking. They'll fucking carjack you and start tasering you. Well, people is getting kidnapped. Sisters is getting kidnapped. A black man is not my op. Right? You gotta remind these niggas this whole summer. A black man is not my op. Go figure that one out. You could get caught lacking by a op who look like you, who don't have the balls enough to give it to the opposite side. So they make one of their own a op. So you gotta wear shirts to tell niggas, nah, I'm not with that stupid shit. I ain't with that stupid shit. Somebody sent this to me. Give you the information so y'all could go and get that. Got the sticker and all of that. A black man is not my op. You know what I mean? And as much as you could listen to fucking drill music and have fun bouncing up and down, you should be able to wear a shirt like this to say, you know what? I ain't with that drill shit. I'm not co-signing that. I'm not promoting that. Beef is dead. Beef is dead. Beef is dead. This is the name of the company right here. Take the screenshot. Hit them up. Right? No op gang. The deodorants is banging. Thank you for that. Let me grab that. Thank you, Gianni. I got that today when I went to the Bronx. I appreciate that. You know, I want y'all to support. We'll be having the commercials for some of these brands coming very soon, right? Look at this packaging. Beautiful packaging, right? For the family out there, for your tea tree deodorants. Springtime is here. We know that them underarms they got a mind of their own. You feel me? Go and get your tea tree deodorants. Let them know where they can find that, Gianni, so they could come and support you. Okay? Then we got the lavender deodorant. I don't know which one I'm gonna put on first, the tea tree or the lavender. Right? Look at the packaging, beautiful packaging. You know what I'm saying? Beautiful label. All natural. You know what I'm talking about? Lydia's Essentials. Right? Go and check out Lydia's Essentials. So conflict resolution is very important. Yeah, you're gonna bump heads. I bump heads with black men. It's black men that, I don't care for. You know what I'm saying? It's black men that I've bumped heads with and I got friction with. You know what I mean? And it might even be on site with me and with these black men. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, conflict resolution is key. And pride to get you killed. You feel me? And the ego is a motherfucker. An ego will get your ass sent up the river for 50 years. So we got to put our pride sometimes to the side and we got to quiet our ego. We have to practice conflict resolution because I promise you, some of these beefs that we have and some of these conflicts that we have is really not that serious. A lot of that shit be in our mind and a lot of that has to do with our pride. Oh, that nigga ain't gonna talk to me like that. Oh, nah, fuck that. When I see him, I'm going in. I just gave you the link to the shirt. Come on now. I'm gonna do it one more time. Go to the Instagram and tell them that I sent you. This is the Instagram. That's the link to the shirt. No op gang. No op gang. Right? There you have it. Okay? I want to see my brothers live. There should be no reason that babies are being buried at the rate that they're being buried. This is our future. My son is 13. I can't even, like, it don't, like, bruh, I don't even think of, I wouldn't even think about no shit like that. I won't even let nothing come out my mouth to even say anything. But, bruh, the type of energy and the time and the love and everything that you put into your children. Imagine if there's somebody out there that's trying to take your child because of what they said on Instagram or because they with a different group and all of this stupid shit, bro. This is what we doing. That we went through all of this shit. We some of us is in our 40s. We made it this far, you know, and made it through the 90s. We made it through all of these, all of these obstacles where, you know what I mean? Like real murder shit, like real murder beef. To get this far to now your progeny has to go through the same type of fuckery that you going through. And niggas, and it ain't like we niggas is, you know what I'm saying? And we still in the same financial predicament. We're still in the same financial predicament because we're even with everybody running around saying that they're getting all of this money. I have yet to hear one person come up with any one solution that's going to save their lives or to help ease the motherfucking tension that's in these hoods and stuff like that. Because money don't stop beef. That shit really increases it, to be honest with you, because a lot of these goofy niggas, they get a few dollars and they start stunting, and that's when the drill comes. You know what I'm talking about? They just make more niggas want to take their tops off and whatnot. And then they out here, they don't know how to, they never had no real action with women and whatnot. So then they out here trying to get with other niggas, girls and whatnot. And that'll get your toupee top blown off. You know what I'm talking about? That'll get your toupee top blown off. So niggas is out here hummer stunting, really fronting. You could tell that they wasn't on like that prior to them getting a few dollars. But they're not dealing with conflict resolution. They're not building institutions. They're not building safe spaces. You feel me? They're not creating incubators and you know what I mean? They're not. These niggas is cap. I don't entertain 89% of these niggas because they cap. They just playing Instagram games. You know what I'm talking about? They not here to change nothing. They not on no Nipsey time. I'm getting worked up. I'm going directly to the source of this shit. I'm not just talking about it. I'll be in Chicago this weekend. I'm going right to the source, bro. I'm going right to the shot. I'm going right to the source of the shit. I'm not just sitting on my hands. I'm going into the belly of this bitch. I'm going into Chirac to talk my shit. You know what I'm talking about? Like I want to see change. Tamika Mallory and fucking Cadillac, they're not gonna bring the change that we need, unfortunately. And no hate or nothing. I'm just saying the fucking ambulance chasers who are out here. To be honest with you, the ambulance chasers want you to get your top blown off because they figured out a way how to get settlement money. That's keeping their fucking lights on. You know what I mean? They're not trying to stop the killing. If they cared about the babies, all of these niggas would say, yo, fuck that. What's more important than these grown men getting killed is these babies, because that's the real future. You just feel me? You schmill me? They didn't even have children. They didn't even they didn't even recreate themselves. Fuck is you saying? They're dying as babies. And nobody is talking about it. Watch these niggas jock this shit, and they're gonna start trying to champion the cause late in the game. It's too late. It's been a full war ever since the George Floyd rising up. There's been a crime. There's been a killing spree all across America where 13 to 18 to 20, all of the NBA young boy little niggas are getting their fucking koofies smacked. If they're getting caught with, they're getting sent up the river, or a lot of them are drilling. The drill shit after Pop Smoke got killed, and we had to show with A.A. Rashid aesthetic nihilism, and I told you it's going to mutate. And what did it do? Before Pop Smoke died, Brooklyn drill rap was Brooklyn drill rap. It was Fabio on the rise and Pop Smoke was on top, right? And they had the beef with the Blickies and the other little niggas in Brooklyn. It's called the Woos and the Chos, right? It's almost a decade long beef that they've been having. These are young niggas who grew up. They started at like 12 and they grew up, and now at 20 and that started, and Bobby Schmurder and all of them, they had a lot to do with it as well. But to be honest with you, the Bobby Schmurder and Rowdy Rebel are not Woo and Chew. It's not the same type of beef. Bobby Schmurder and Rowdy are Crips, right? And they were in Flatbush and they were drilling other niggas in their hood that they had drama with. But it wasn't it didn't do what these niggas with Pop Smoke and them have done. Okay? So after Pop Smoke becomes an ancestor, right? That energy and his appeal, he was messianic. He was very messianic. I can imagine what he would have become in 10 years. He was extremely messianic. He was one of the kings who got killed in the West, on the West side, on the West Coast, right? The kings die in the West. And after his murder, that shit has spread like a fucking cancer. It has accelerated. Everybody is drilling. Everybody is drilling. Yeah, we know about the Shah. I'm not talking about the Shah. To be honest with you, Little Dirk and a lot of them was wild quiet. Pop Smoke breathed some life into the drill scene in Chicago, low key. You know what I'm talking about? King Von was rapping, but we didn't know who he was. Like, nobody was jocking King Von. No offense, God bless him too. But we talking about the Brooklyn drill. The Brooklyn drill is the new drill they got, because the niggas they doing a dance with the drill too, nigga. Fuck is you saying? He brought a dance with it, nigga. You know what I'm talking about? We grab your belt. That's a drill. And the GDK and all of that stuff that these little niggas is talking about, that has spread in every single hood. If you're not outside, you don't know what's going on, and you probably don't understand what I'm talking about. But that has gone, and thousands of children has already gotten killed in 1 year. And nobody's saying anything. They're actually championing the music. They're like, oh, I want to hear more. The fake activists, they like, oh, that's my man. Oh, Little Baby and Little Durk. I can't wait for that album to come out. Why? They're going to be talking about drilling more niggas. You know, they're just going to come up with new ways to tell you that they killed all of their ops. Niggas in Atlanta are getting Peter rolled by the, you know, I'm talking about murder for hire is a fucking sport out there. And these are young niggas killing niggas on a highway all over. I'm not asking you who started drill. It don't matter who started it. I'm talking about who revamped it, right? And if TikTok love King Von, that's cool. But we're talking about the explosion of it. I'm talking about the global explosion of the drill. That's what I'm talking about, right? I'm not here to compete with who was killing who first. I'm just talking about ever since they popped smoke in LA, which was last year, February, this shit has been going crazy with the youth. The same rappers that was saying hands up, don't shoot, Black Lives Matter, it's all fucking cap. Like I said earlier, when AA was on Black Magic and he said, I don't fuck you niggas in your gangster fairy tales. All of you niggas is corny. I don't want none of you fake aggressive niggas around me. And all of that shit is homoerotic. It's dominance hierarchy. You smoking on what? You smoking on who? You know what I mean? Like, oh, you making fun of the dead. Okay, that shit is gonna revisit you. But when them people started turning up last summer, all of these niggas turned into activists. How, Sway? From where? You supposed to get busy, busier. These niggas turned into Martin Luther King. The FBI is not behind the killings. Stop giving them all of the credit. They're not behind the killings. I know niggas, there's no people is getting drilled and they know who the fuck drilled them. They're not behind the killings. You know who's behind the killings? You know who's helping to enforce the killings? The record labels. Multi-million dollar corporations are behind the killings because they're putting the money up. You know what I'm talking about? They're funding the drill. They're funding the kill. They're funding the Hunger Games. Yeah, they turn into activists and dating coaches. And you know, now some of these niggas is, you know, I'm selling CMOS and conspiracy theorists. But I just shared with you because I have a pulse. I said it's gonna spread and it spread. So what I would love to see, because I'm not one of these Poindexters. Remember, the Poindexters don't have a problem. The people who really hate their own people, they don't have a problem seeing young kids getting killed. They scared of them anyway. You know what I mean? Low key, they hate them and they kind of scared of them and they're intimidated by them. So low key, they're kind of glad they'll keep streaming the music. They'll keep playing the music. You know what I mean? 6ix9ine is the catalyst to a lot of that energy too, because when he did a bad number to the Bloods in New York, the United Blood Nation. He did a humongous disservice to them. So on the flip side of that, everybody had to prove that they were everything opposite of him. So that even made the killing start to jump up a little bit more. Because after he got exposed for being a fake gangster, now to be accepted as a real gangster, you really got to put in work. It wasn't the opposite of what happened. It made it even worse. He's on the pole with Little Nas X too, giving the devil a lap dance. So speak no evil, see no evil, hear no. He's gonna get what's coming to him by speaking what he's speaking. But it's all. I mean, it's. I mean, how could y'all support that and still come and look at yourself in the mirror at the end of the day? And you cap too. You know what I mean? It's all cap. You know what I mean? It's all cap. Niggas is scared. They need to just say it. They just scared and they running around and utter the words white supremacy off of their lip while they running around killing each other. It's a sad affair. It's the saddest affair in the history of niggerdom. It has never been this worse, to be honest with you. I don't think. Because back in the days, they was getting busy against them. They was getting busy all around the board. You know what I'm talking about? They wasn't capping like that. These niggas wasn't out here fake marching and doing stupid shit. You know what I mean? They was staying in their proper persona. If they was on some gangster shit, they was keeping it 100 gangster. These weirdos right now don't know who they are, what they have identity crises, and this shit is a crisis.
To this day. To this day.
You know, and somebody gotta, you know, it has to, that energy has to be reversed or it's gonna get worse. It has to be confronted. Somebody has to turn the lights on. You know, nobody is shaming the culture for going in the direction that it's going in. They just want to see the shit nosedive. You know, so it is what it is. But look, we reaching a 2-hour mark. I'm finna to turn this in. I have a very, very, very long week. As you can see with the flyers that I put up, I still have to do a lot of things, studying and merch and all kind of shit. So, yeah, we working. If you're in any of the cities that we'll be working in, pop out. All right, Newark, New Jersey on Saturday. 3 p.m. is when me and Blue is gonna pop up. 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. is free for all. It's free for all. 547 Central Avenue, Newark, New Jersey, at the Aquafit Water Bar. Crypto and Crystals, Red and the Blue. Then we're gonna be in the Chi-Town, Chicago, the Mecca, April the 3rd to the 5th. I'll be there from the 4th to the 5th. I'll be doing 2 presentations on the 4th and the 5th. Brother Red, Brother Shyam, MANSA Isa Muhammad, and we're going to be hosted by Chicago Crypto Block Bully. Title is 44 Resonance, Moore's Time Continuum. If you want to get tickets for that, send the money, $50 per day, $125 for 3 days, and that's a discount. To Sovereign Money, and put 44 more in your email in the description, or just put 44 more and Sovereign Money, and he will send you the address and all of the details. You dig? And then on the 16th to the 18th, we'll be in Brooklyn at Elevation, which will be hosted by the brother Araje Nefertum, the brother that we went to Puerto Rico, and we did this in December. So we'll be returning to New York City, Red and the Blue, Sister Rain, Karma, and Sister Hadia. And that's going to be lit. Go to Eventbrite and get your ticket if you want it for that. All right. And also for last night's presentation, if you want to get that video on demand, send 44 to the Cash App and put your email in there, and I will take care of you. All right. That is immediately from today. And whenever you see this video, just let me know. You'll have access to this. And it's 6 hours. You know what I mean? Very informative. This is part 1. We're going to be doing another follow-up very soon with another 4 categories, because this information, this shit is so vast. It's a new world, literally. And anybody was in class last night, you know what it is. It's a new world, literally. You know what I'm talking about? So welcome to the new world. Any questions, comments, or concerns, send it to the email and we will get back to you. Red Pillar 75 at Proton Mail. You feel me? And yeah, that's what it is. All right. And love and light to the family. I appreciate every single one of y'all. You know what I mean? It's been a ball. It's been fun. Legendary. All right. So I'm gonna end this with a song. We need to change the energy, get some love music or some we gotta balance the energy with some feminine energy. So I'm gonna play Good Wife with Lizzie Jeff. I'm gonna be doing something with Lizzie Jeff this weekend as well. You feel me? I'll let you know about that. We'll be on Instagram probably tomorrow promoting that. She's doing something this week. As a matter of fact, let me pull up Lizzie's Instagram so y'all could see. I invited her on the show, but she's probably caught up doing something. And if you know it, if you know Lizzie Jeff, you know it's something sensuous. So April the 2nd to the 4th. Oh, that's tonight. To the 4th at 11 p.m. Go and check out my good sister, the young goddess. You know what I mean? The West Side goddess. She's going to be doing Stimulated Spring Fling Edition. All right. I think it's on Zoom. But go to her page. Check her out, sisters. Especially the sisters out there. And you brothers too. You know what I mean? You could get this work. But tap into that goddess energy. She's a whole vibe. So we're going to leave y'all with Good Wife. Because that's what you need in your life. A good wife. So you're not out here drilling and killing. You know what I'm talking about? You take care of these babies. You know what I mean? And you gotta, you know, if you got a good wife, you're not gonna be on the fake hierarchical shit. You're not gonna be trying to dominate another nigga. You're not gonna be caught up in homoeroticism if your queen is treating you right. If she taking care of you, you know what I mean? If she got you looking towards living to 100, you feel me? It's not gonna happen. So, you know, maybe the goddesses are gonna heal us from this shit. But something gotta happen, bro. You know what I'm talking about? Something got to change. You know, it can't go on the way that it's been going. You know, that's a no-no. So yeah, love and light, y'all. Peace.
I'm on a hit list of a few divas. They see me dripping wet, Rich the Kid, yeah, that new freezer. All we got is us, Lou Peter. New visa for the 2-seaters. Same year like the new feeders. Drippy like the youth readers, the youth leaders, the boo feeders. 750 boots, I ain't talking about the new Adidas. Them rhymes is poppin', them signs is poppin', dimes are droppin', we diamond shopping, we island hopping. From St. John's to St. Thomas, a good wife, living a good life, that's what they can't promise. For more than 4 summers, I was Mr. Whoremonger, who the whores hunger, laying more lumber.
Shout out to Gambada, the legend.
Good life, then you gotta have a good wife. Good wife if you wanna have a good life. Good life, then you gotta have a good wife. Good wife if you wanna have a good life. Good life, then you gotta have a good wife. Good wife if you wanna have a good life. Good life, then you gotta have a good wife. Good wife.
Yeah. You the ground for the seed. Promise I'm down to be around when you need. I ain't the king without the crown for the queen. I made a vow when I was proud, she agreed. Got me down on my knees. Get you a ring and then a house with a deed. 40 acres of land surrounded with trees. We could turn the jungle to a town if we breathe. Lay you down and conceive. I'm the 1, she the 2, we made it 3. This is real, this ain't a dream or make believe. You got the lock, I got the keys, I'll set you free. You got me thinking the heavens that you were sent to me. Cause you be pleasing me physically, even mentally. You got the flavor, ingredients in the recipe. Only place you belong is sitting next to me. Cause I was made to be yours and this is destiny.
If you wanna have a good life,
Good life, then you gotta have a good wife. Good wife if you wanna have a good life. Good life, then you gotta have a good wife. Good wife if you wanna have a good life. Good life, then you gotta have a good wife. Good wife if you wanna have a good life. Good life, then you gotta have a good wife. Good wife.
The intention is boom, the vibe is dynamic, seen the way that I move. You think you can handle it? What's your fantasy? What's your plan with me?
What's your plan with me?
Rubbing on my nipples, he was giving me energy. Kundalini rituals before the king entered me. Boom, activated in his eyes, I could clearly see. Pranayama deep strokes, my God, he be healing me. I just want to build and establish a legacy. Open conversations and no spaces for jealousy.
No jealousy.
It's alchemical therapy. Synergy next to me, we a beautiful recipe. This especially destiny. When I see you, I see God. I see love. I see